orchard, and I want to thank you very much for joining us today. If this is your first time here, please take a moment and consider subscribing and slapping that captain's bell so that you never miss an opportunity to spend a little time with us. Now, I got a couple of things that we're going to talk about today. We're just kind of having a chill stream. We got Savannah's birthday coming up on Saturday. So we may get out and do a little bit of fishing on Sunday. I'm not exactly sure about that. We're going to see how things go. I have not discussed that with Rachel just yet. Her parents are coming in town, so we may be able to get them out for do a little fishing. What's up, Will? How you doing there, Triple Tail? Good to see you, man. Are you guys still working on that on those trout you caught? Like eating them off? That was a load of trout you guys got. Hey, Dad, how you doing there, man? And Mr. Pond Predator Nation, I want to thank you again. Appreciate you coming in, man. I want to thank you again for the giveaway you did on our last live stream. For those of you guys who don't know, checking this out in the replay and all of that, we did just a fun little giveaway. And Pond Predator Nation named a couple of fish, one after the winner of the giveaway and one after Savannah. And she's at my parents' house right now, so she got to watch it over there with my mom and dad. Really enjoyed that. That was a really cool giveaway. I think that more people need to do stuff like that. Those giveaways are fun. Watching a gold bond ad. What can I say, man? This is premium content that you're getting here. Of course you are going to get a gold bond ad. It's funny though, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but we were just having a conversation about gold bond and doing commercials for them. And now here I am. I jumped the gun. I got the ad. 30 pounds of trout in the free. Yeah, oh, good stuff, dude. We're just finishing off. We had about 10 pounds of whiting that we're working on. We got a ton of snapper. But speaking of which, that's going to be man, snapper is going to be the topic of conversation. I got called out today about our snapper video, and I would like to have a little bit of a discussion about that. Not mad, but I think it does require a little bit of clarification, the thing I got called out for. Do it once a month? Hey, cool, man. Game on. I'm always game. That's fun. Hey, John Isabelli, good to see you, sir. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Before we get to that, because that's a little bit of a longer discussion topic, the snapper video and what I got called out for. But before we get started on that, anybody see that girl who got the video of the 5-foot jellyfish in England? And of those of you guys who saw that, how many of you guys were hungry? If you haven't seen it, I do have a link to that down in the description down below. It's an impressive, I mean, she's scuba diving. She's down there. They were down studying something on the bottom. And then on her way up, they got a video of just a massive jellyfish. It's insane. Hey, old beer buzzard, hadn't seen you in a minute, man. How are you doing? We're doing good over here. We're having a great one. Is it federal state waters conversation? Yes, sir. Yes, that is exactly the conversation that I want to have today. That we need some clarification as to what we did in that video. Yeah. You found Mr. Orchard today in the pond? You got a video coming out? Driving home from San Antonio. How's it going, Marsh Badness? Good to see you, dude. What you doing up in San Antonio? You doing some fishing up in there? They got some good lakes and stuff that way. Don't get me started with those freaking people. Tell me about it, man. So this is what happened. If you've seen the snapper video, if you haven't, cool. But if you have seen it, well, this is what happens. So we go offshore, and in the video, I clearly state that we're going for a state limit on red snapper. And I also say that we are going 30 miles out of port. Out of port is kind of the key term here. So a little background on this. State waters go 9 miles offshore, and federal waters are everything outside of that. The federal limit on snapper is 2 per person. They got to be over 16 inches. State water limits are within 9 miles. You're allowed to have 4 per person, 15-inch minimum. So I got called out in a pretty hefty manner this morning because I was catching a state limit of red snapper in federal waters, which is big time no. You don't do that. So here's what really happened. And I had to have this discussion, and it ended up being fine. You know, there wasn't anything, it wasn't an argument or anything like that. I just got called out in a pretty heavy kind of way. Here's what happened. There are plenty of places to fish in state waters around the port that we left out of Peccary Channel. There's destinations north and south. When you say 30 miles out of port, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going 30 miles offshore. Now, we did go 30 miles offshore. If you watch the video again, you'll see the spot that we were at was crowded. We weren't catching snapper there, so I didn't show a bunch of the footage from there, and I didn't want to make a boring video, so I cut out the part where we left and went to another fishing spot and got our state limit of snapper. Yeah, we were only like where there's a scene where we get out there, we're doing the weed line, we're fishing the weed line, and then after that we pull up to the spot, the rig that we wanted to fish, and there was like 50 boats out there, man. It was super crowded and nobody was catching anything, so we upped and left. I think we dropped like 2 baits and left. It was an interesting shot with all the boats, and it's, you know, not the most interesting thing ever, but a lot more interesting than just sitting there and nothing happening. So I used that footage where we were out there. But then we went back to where you're okay fishing that kind of stuff. And I cut that part out where we left because it wasn't integral to the story of the video. Now, I have been told by where I got called out that the Parks and Wildlife, that the game wardens are out there and that they're checking Facebook videos and YouTube videos and all that stuff. Now, you know, I filmed that probably 2-3 weeks before I ever posted it. It takes forever to edit, and we've got batched footage. I've got 2 videos already filmed. There's another topic of conversation, but I've got 2 videos already filmed, ready to go on YouTube, but I don't just drop them all at once. I put them out once a week. I build up a little time so I can take some time off when I need it, and nobody even knows the difference. I did that with the snapper video, so I don't think I have any issues with game wardens. But I wanted to put it out there, man. I got totally, like, straight up called out on that one. And,
we knew that we were going to. That's all
yeah, we knew, yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of things we can say about it. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, it does look like we're doing something we're not supposed to be doing. So I'm clarifying on this, and I've already had the conversation with the gentleman. He was real cool about it, and he wasn't trying to rat me out or nothing like that. He was just giving me a heads up that, you know, I can get myself in trouble doing that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, I wasn't doing anything to get myself in trouble, but thank you. And then I kind of was mulling over it all day, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and not vent so much, but sit here and talk about it. You guys ever dealt with anything like that? Have you ever seen a scenario, like, have you ever been called out for stuff that got edited out of a video?
I don't think you got called out. I mean, I think it's...
I got called out. I got a pretty good little email on it.
Well, I mean, I'm glad.
I'm glad too, and I was appreciative. When I wrote him back, I was like, man, you know, we're all in this together, and I appreciate you. Because he didn't want to, he was a little embarrassed, like he didn't want me to be mad at him for calling me out. So, you know, it wasn't an argument, it wasn't a fight or anything, but he was real, like, straight up, look, this is the rule and you broke it.
That was my chosen field. I mean, I'm down. I like it. I'm glad.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, another conversation I had today, if you would like to join in on this one, I'll save it for you if you do. But I had a conversation with a gentleman about the dead zone outside of Louisiana and how it doesn't exist. He says it's 6 inches of water on the bottom of the seafloor. Yeah, I know that one's going to get you hot.
He's talking about the sediment part. He's talking about the delta and possibly...
I know. Well, hey, you want to come in and join the conversation, you're welcome to, because I know you're going to get hot on that one. So anyway, that's what's going on. You all right?
Yes, okay.
Environmental science, she gets all mad about stuff. Oh, snapper. I hear that. I think alligator snapping turtles. We're talking red snapper on this one. I've never eaten alligator snapping turtle, but I'm not opposed to it. I'll try anything once, as I believe we've made fairly evident. Mr. Joseph Grohl, how are you doing there, sir? Appreciate you coming and checking us out, hanging out with us today. We're doing a little bit of chatting about fishing and just, you know, general discussion. I live down here in the Corpus Christi area. What's that? Did you burn the lasagna?
Almost.
Oh, I got chewed out yesterday because
salmon.
I was burning
Mine's
salmon.
frozen.
I didn't burn it, but
It
I
was
was
fresh.
going to. And now Rachel comes right up the next day, and what'd she do? She burns the lasagna.
It's frozen.
It's tacky.
It's eggplant, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
It's not burnt, but I asked you.
So that's what we got going on right now. I got accused of taking a guy's rod and backpack today, and just showed footage of my day to the warden. Wow. Please tell me you did a video on that, man.
I love it.
I've seen and heard of stuff like that happen. I've seen rods walk out of people's trucks. I've had rods taken out of my truck before. Among other things, thieves. So I understand getting called out. I saw a video of a guy who was, I don't know what he was fishing for, but he was fishing for something that was illegal. They were too small, and he was burying them in the sand and then coming back after the end of the day. Charlie Spence, I see most people run out to Federal, get the state, then run back in far west or east back into the jetties just in case. People do that kind of stuff. You know, the game wardens, I've never heard of them getting anybody like heading out to Federal water and then checking you out there. Now, I think it's kind of obvious. Like, we don't just fish for snapper. When we go fishing, this trip we didn't do too great. We did good on the snapper. But normally, I mean, we've got that box with snapper, stingray, kingfish, Spanish mackerel. You know, I like to keep a few bonita just for the heck of it because I'm weird. But if you come back into port and you're fishing like that, and you come back into port with a box full of snapper and then stingrays and kingfish, that says something. But if you come back to port and you got a box full of snapper and tuna, well, that says something kind of different, you know. And I think they can tell that. I don't know, but I would assume that they can probably read between the lines in your bycatch, the bait that you're using, the kind of boat that you're on, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know.
Our catch, ling, the hammerhead, the
Ling,
snapper,
hammerhead, all inshores.
sheephead,
Hammerhead
yeah.
may be a big one you can get offshore.
We
You can get
no,
ling
we did-
offshore.
We did. We got all of those offshore.
But I mean, it's pretty evident. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
And again, like I like to keep weird. Like I'll fill the box with spadefish. I don't think you're gonna go 30 miles offshore for spadefish, or 40 miles, or 50 miles, or whatever, you know. Because if you're going Federal, you're not just fishing 10 miles out. You're going to a pretty hefty fishing spot.
It takes you 3 hours to get there too. It wasn't like we started dark.
But yeah, you don't
That's
see them.
insane.
I mean, I'm not going to say that you don't. I'm not going to say that they don't hang out on the Federal water line. I don't know what their level of importance is for the things that they're looking for. For gunning for people who have got a state water limit in Federal waters.
It's sounded funny, like the snapper hanging out like, I'm state, I'm federal, I'm state, I'm
Yeah.
federal. Sorry. Like when I was in Wisconsin, Illinois, Wisconsin.
I never ask people to justify their vids nowadays. We all try so hard not to make mistakes, but yeah, I agree, and I have no problems with it. Call me out. Just let me explain myself. But I mean, I do creative editing, and so yeah, sometimes you'll catch some stuff like that in a video and be like, was he wearing that shirt a minute ago? You know, like I'll make a little mistake, things like that. But feel free, call me out, because I need to know. I was appreciative that guy called me out. I just want to be, you know, open about that having happened. He was mad because he was there for 4 hours and didn't catch one, then showed up and got showed up. That's funny. Yeah, maybe he was one of those guys that was out at that rig that didn't get anything, you know, and we took off and bagged out like nothing. Fishing is just fine. Dead zone means fishing zone. Dead zone, see, I disagree with that. And I'm totally, like, I don't mean to bag on anybody. I will say, you know, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to bag anybody for their opinion on anything, but I do believe the dead zone is a real thing. That is chemical fertilizers coming down the Mississippi. It causes the chlorophyll in the seaweed, sargassum, things like that to grow more. They grow better because of all that stuff been washed out of the delta, which causes a lack of oxygenation in that water. They've done a lot. They've done a few studies on that, and it's growing. It's growing pretty big. That's the problem. It's not the problem that it's there quite as much as the fact that it's growing pretty fast, growing pretty big. What you got here? I've never seen wardens just outside the jetties either. I think with social media and word of mouth, they sit around heavy traffic areas, just look for the booze cruise boats. I agree. I think that they do that too. I'm glad that they do that. I think safe boat, I don't know what I think is more important. We've been pulled over inside the jetties before. I got a little bit up inside Packery, never had a fine, never had to deal with it. But I have seen them cruising up and down inside. I've seen them pull people over in there before. And we've been pulled over in the channels before. Last year we got pulled over in the channel, got mad because we were drifting into the bankment. But, you know, they will do that. I think that they have a tendency of sitting outside of the docks. But I've seen them up and away from the docks. Let's see what we got here. Hey, C-Pro, I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit behind. I'm not saying hi to people. I apologize. It's not because I don't like you. True North Angler, how's it going, man? Good to see you, sir. We're talking about the difference between fishing in state waters and federal waters down here in Texas. It's a 9-mile line offshore. And they have different regulations for the fish that you catch. And we got called out the other day for the snapper video because I had a state water limit. But in the video, I clearly state that I went 30 miles out of port. But I got called out for taking a state water limit in federal waters. So we're just discussing. Not mad about it, just discussing. Do you keep the original footage? I got it all, man. I know it was a long, it was like a 23-minute video. That was edited down from like an hour and a half's worth of footage. It was everything that I could do not to make like 15 videos out of that. Yeah, Joseph Grohl, I don't know what the deal is with notifications. It's YouTube. That's just how it goes. That Mosier boy, how's it going, man? Appreciate you coming in here, dude. It's my understanding you just got in there with your parents, right? You have a safe trip. Your parents doing good? Always go for big fish, big pictures, but I always leave small for dinners. Yeah, hey, that's an excellent call on that. Anything over 30 inches always goes back, and I fill the well with pans and such. I appreciate that, and you're absolutely right about that. Like, you know, those snapper that we got, it's one fillet a bag, and that can be kind of tedious. Putting, you know, bagging all the vacuum sealing all them bags of fillets, because you don't want two in there because you're going to be cooking too much food. You know, like we look for portions, we fish for portions. I like eating shark, and you know, I much prefer like a 6-foot shark to, I say an 8-foot shark, but I won't even, you know, anything over about the 7-foot range is where I draw the line, and even then I kind of prefer a 5-foot shark to a 7-foot shark. But if you're talking about like a 10-foot shark, one of these days you may see me take a 10-foot shark. I've never done it, but I may do it. And I saw some people do that with a tiger shark a couple years ago, and they fed the homeless with it. I don't know if that was a good call or not. I may do that one day if I get a wild hare. I want to keep one, and I think that I'm doing somebody a favor by feeding them. But then at the same time, I'm feeding them, you know, 10-foot bull shark or something like that, and that ain't good eating. I don't know. Let's see, Aransas Pass has cops that do water patrol. So they got, yeah, but cops don't have the same rights. That doesn't mean they won't try.
They have expanded game warden stuff now because they have so little control. And
so they have expanded game warden.
Remember, I was discussing that with him. Now they carry guns. They have a lot. I mean, they have a lot. Their roles have been, there's a lot more pressure on them because there's less game wardens.
I need you over here. They can't hear on the mic.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we got Rachel's 2 cents here.
There are less game wardens because the funding's been cut. So there's less game wardens, more to do. They would have to wear body cams now, right?
Yeah.
They wear body cams now. They have more to do, so they can't do.
So the workload has increased
on them,
but the labor has decreased.
Exactly.
I've seen them sit at marker 37 all day. Man, that's a job, isn't it? I want that job. Just got into Mom and Dad house, complete a couple hours ago. Hey, yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad to hear you had a safe trip. Glad to hear you're enjoying yourself, man. Sounded like you're having a lot of fun on that drive. Hey, how's it going, Spectre 2499, the winner of our giveaway last week. Congratulations on a monster bass you got named after you. The star of the show. Yeah, so I can go and take off now. Rachel's here. I don't know if you read Aransas Pass there. They can do what? Yeah, good call. I've seen some shady stuff happen. I have. You're absolutely right about that. Here it's the wardens and police have same
That's
jurisdiction.
what he was talking to me about at when we were at Mustang, and I found all of that oil.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, oil. They're gonna make fun of hot dog. When I found a whole bunch of tar and oil after one of the big storms, and he was saying it's pretty much down here. They have to fill in for the cops practically now.
They fill in for the cops, or the cops fill in for the game wardens?
It's back and forth.
No, they go back and forth. That sucks.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be nice if you just had, your job and your role that you could do, because they got a lot of important stuff to do, and I support them. Period. I don't even have an asterisk to that. I just support them. Period.
I mean, it was just him that day. I mean, for everybody that was out there.
Are state wardens deputized to go into federal waters? I've heard in duck season they have to be and paid federal salary during duck season. Not sure if that's BS. I don't know, but that is a heck of a point. You're probably right about that. That sounds accurate.
Talking about, he was saying that since they're both, and since you're in Mustang, and then Pins is right down there, and he was saying they were doing double duty. It's like they had to go back and forth, and then they have the police that go during spring break and everything else. Because he was out there by himself, and it was super crowded. Remember how crowded it was?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of our very first videos, and we had Savannah out running around. Actually, that was the one before that one, and we found all this tar.
I remember when he
tons.
we got pulled over on a beach trip last year. I forgot about that. I was fishing. Me and my friend were fishing, Nick, and so Rachel was sitting there. She was the one talking to the game warden. I never even went and said hi.
And he said that just everything was different from whenever I had been recruited to now, which is totally different.
Yeah. So at Charlie Spence, I don't know. That is a fantastic question, though, and I'm going to get an answer on that one because that's a hell of a question.
How do you get?
Hello, Miss Orchard. I shall nickname you Lady Orchard.
Thank you.
That's from that Mosier boy. He's the one that named the
fish after Savannah.
No. Wait. No. That was Pond Predator Nation. What did that Mosier boy? He's the one that we're going to do the roast.
Okay. No, actually, I did see the Savannah fish. It was very cute.
Hey, Nicholas Pouliot. Appreciate you, man. Mr. A&J Outdoors. You're watching us on the TV. Well, I'm watching you now.
Cool. I'm not kidding. Get up that close. It's like HD.
Oh, I probably broke your TV.
Remember when they first got that?
I totally understand, Mosier boy. You have a wonderful day, sir. We appreciate you. And enjoy your time with your family.
Remember when they first got that? My meteorology teacher, Bill. When they first got that, and he's
Bill
like,
Nye.
I don't want to be on. Not Bill Nye. That's just rude. Bill Vesey.
Bill Vesey.
But yeah, it was hilarious. He said, I don't want to be on there because they're going to see everything. Yeah.
Oh, Lady Orchard has she got a bass named after her coming up.
Ooh, a peacock bass. I mean, I guess I can't call them. That's not cool.
Kentucky. You're from Kentucky, right?
Oh,
do you have
okay.
peacock bass? I think that's a Florida thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of want to get into one of those. You guys.
I've been watching the Florida freshwater lately.
You guys, I have. Sorry, Spectre 2499. I'm going to rub this in just a little bit because I'm still stoked about it. So I work right next to the San Antonio River,
Which we still have not been to ever.
Well, unfortunately, I've got a pretty laid-back work schedule that I get to kind of work around my own schedule as long as I'm getting my stuff done. Probably going to be taking some lunch breaks to go out to the San Antonio River and do some fishing at lunch.
And you're going to bring them home so I can identify them.
Well, we're going to eat them. Anything that I catch.
That crappie that y'all thought you had?
But that's a video that I got coming out. I haven't done it yet, but that's one I got planned that I'm going to be filming. Peacock is on the bucket list. Same here, man. Yeah, that's Florida. Is that even a native species to Florida, or was that like an aquarium invasive species that got brought in? Do you know? I don't know. That's freshwater, right? I don't even know what kind of water you catch those in.
It's so brackish, but I mean, they're all fresh.
Yeah, it all goes back and forth.
But then they have those weird cichlidy things.
Yeah, cichlids, yeah.
Yeah, and then they have the pacu, and then they have those creepy, not creepy, they're pretty, but where are they again? The Picostomus, but they're not Picostomus. What's everybody else call them?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of aquarium fish.
Well, yeah, but they're suckerfish. Picostomus.
Plecostomus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Plecos.
hard-shelled.
Plecos.
Yeah. Those hard-shelled catfish. I'm gonna try to get you guys.
Those are like ginormous, like. Rrr.
You know, John, I started watching some of this stuff on the TV myself, and I really enjoy it. Actually, I'm glad to hear that you're doing that because we are in the process of upgrading to 4K. It didn't happen as fast as I wanted it to. We have run into some issues, but we have the equipment that we need in order to pull it off.
Someone finally got their Father's Day present.
Yeah, and I refused to touch it. I got the Galaxy S10. I refused to touch it. Okay, check this out. This is just my. This is how I am.
Underwater with the old phone in my bag that you ruined my old phone with.
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
That's really coming up on not this next video, but the video after the one coming out on Monday is going to be about how I destroyed my phone.
So sad. And then I did. Oh, do I get to do the intro? I worked so hard on that.
On that one, yes. Yeah, you're doing the intro. I already got it on there.
Cool.
Rachel's doing her first intro to a video. Hey, what's up, Jag Fishing? Good to see you, man. I'm sitting here talking.
They were insane. Sorry.
Oh, the goldfish.
The goldfish.
Yeah. Rachel likes shiny things. So we're upgrading to 4K.
They're cool.
And this is what happened. So I got the Galaxy S10. If you guys don't know, we do everything with a cell phone here. So I destroyed the cell phone on the last fishing trip. We finally got the Galaxy S10, and we got a 360 camera that we're using. If you would like to see any of this stuff, I got links in the description down below. Check it out.
Clownfish are not that bright. It's right there.
The clownfish? Oh, yeah, and they taste good. Yank your crank. What's up, man?
And then when we go to Mexico, our clownfish are different, too. They're dark colors.
Oh, hold on a second here. There's two different codes of warden in Texas. One are standard warden, state salaried employees. The other are federal wildlife law enforcement. That was Mr. Spence, I believe, is the one that asked that. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. I want to say that I knew that at one point in time. I never paid that much attention to it.
They've also changed things because everybody used to train at the same facility in Austin. This is what everything has split. Now we have the two different ones, and then said they're having to do back and forth over each other's jobs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was going to go to the Austin facility.
It sounds like they would need some help. Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyway, this is my story. We destroyed the phone.
It's 150 degrees in here. I'm sorry. It's just, God, it is.
Oh, just can't handle. I got lights on.
It's 77 degrees.
Can't take the heat.
It's 77 degrees.
Well, turn on some ACs.
Some ACs?
Yeah.
Then you will say, you can't hear me.
Okay, so this is what happened. Yeah, don't turn on this AC. Just turn on the other ones.
God.
And the fans. So I was out spearfishing, and I took my phone with me and destroyed it. You'll see that video in 2 weeks. Got the Galaxy S10, and I knew I was going to get one, so I ordered a phone case for it, a waterproof, thing, so that I can continue doing what I'm doing.
Oh, the door's open too.
But I got the case for the Galaxy S10, not the Galaxy S10 Plus, so it didn't fit. So I was like, well, I'm not touching the phone. I'm not doing anything with it until I get a case on that thing, because I plan on using it for years until that thing gets run into the ground. Well, I'm excited. I want to play with my new toy. I want to do something, I want to get it set up and start experimenting and practicing and playing with it. So I went to the store today.
Oh, you did?
I did. I went to Walmart when I was in Kennedy. And I picked up a cell phone case for it, a cheaper one. It was like a $15 one because I wanted to be able to play with it. I was like, you know what, I can use a second case. Waterproof case can just be for when we're diving.
Where's the party papers? Okay, I was going to work on it.
So they had it locked. I had to go get a store associate to come and help me come and get it. So I found the one that I wanted. I went and talked to the associate. She came back and I said, I want that one right there. She handed it to me. I went and bought my stuff and went back to work. I get home and she handed me the iPhone case. So now I'm like $50 into phone cases that I cannot use.
We don't have nothing.
We don't have them. So been bumbling through the 4K process. Long story short, I'm just fumbling through it. I'm not winning any awards here yet, but guys, I promise I'm going to get there. We are going to get some 4K footage. We're going to get some awesome stuff. Just hang in there with me. Be patient. I'm hoping that the live stream stuff works a little bit better. We'll find out. And if anybody else is upgrading, has any opinions, any thoughts, suggestions, or if you have any questions, I'll have answers for you as soon as I start playing with it.
I think we should do a swag bag. Since I'm making them. Okay.
Let's see. 110 degrees. Yeah, I want to say we just about hit 100. It wasn't 110, but it was pretty hot today.
Central AC but also window ACs.
Yes, because it is miserably hot down here. And we haven't even reached the peak of it.
And we haven't done our attic yet. We haven't.
Oh, yeah, and I've got to finish insulating the attic and stuff, so the AC doesn't work as well as we would like it to. And so we got it, you know, the window units still kick on. I got it turned off right now because I like to torture my wife. But that guy will be coming back on here in a bit. And I thought about dropping on a, they have those little portable units. I thought about getting one of those for the bedroom.
What is this?
What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Hey, Shannon. Good to see you, ma'am.
Hey, Shannon. Oh, my, what is this? Okay, I see what it is.
Had to watch a long commercial for a Honda Civic. No. They're supposed to be showing Gold Bond
They're
commercials.
supposed to not be showing commercials.
And I'm not supposed to be having those long ads. I turned that off.
No commercials, obviously.
No, I'm sorry. We are going to have commercials.
Okay.
But not the long ones. We're not supposed to have the long ones. I'm sorry about that. I'll keep working on it.
Well, I keep working on how to figure out how to open a bag.
Return it at Walmart should work that way. I hope. I tore the box open, though. I don't know if they're going to take it back.
Well, you make them take like these stupid little bags, too, because they don't... Oh, okay. These aren't going to fit everything in.
Yeah, intros on the phone, rest on the action cam. I do have a 360 cam we're going to start using. It works in conjunction with the phone. Really cool looking footage on that thing. I'm excited about it. But I do all the editing and everything on the phone, and I kind of want to keep it that way, at least for the time being. For the next... We're committed to being only on the cell phone for at least a while here. For just a variety of reasons. It just works better. At least for us and what we do. We don't have a computer. I don't have time to sit down on a computer to edit videos and stuff. I need to be able to edit on the go.
As long as it's only 30 seconds.
Like Cozumel, when we filmed all our videos and stuff down there, man, we were hammering them out once a day. And I don't have the time or the ability to go down to Cozumel, do a video once a day, and post that thing immediately. You know what I mean? So the phone allows me to do that. I need to insulate my attic, but it stays cold. I have a 1950s brick house. We got a 1955 thing.
Ooh.
It's old school. It's they've got the slats behind the sheetrock in this house. Shiplap behind the sheetrock.
And then the inside's stucco. Somewhat.
Hey, Exploring Ginger, how are you? I appreciate you coming and checking us out.
I think that we should get
Whiskey Woman, I saw you just a moment ago. I apologize. I didn't say hi, but hello, and thank you very much for coming and checking us out. We're kind of discussing, well, all this kinds of stuff. Fishing. What do you got for us on fishing? Does anybody have any plans for this weekend? I know A&J does. He's going to be coming down here. Unfortunately, we got Savannah's birthday on Saturday. We're not going to be able to do anything about it, but he should be at Packer Channel tomorrow.
I think that we might be out. Knowing.
Hey, A&J, let me know.
She's going to want to go fishing.
John, let me know. We might be able to head out on Sunday. If you're still going to be in town, we would not mind meeting up with you out there.
I already busted one. Okay.
I had a 5-minute Scream metal video for an ad on Grant's Fit. Anybody ever done an ad? Have any of you guys put an ad out? I kind of want to do one, but I'm torn between doing like a really professional, really nice looking ad.
I did a cheesy one.
Or just like a really waste of money ad. I don't know.
For glow bracelets. Okay, I need to put the little bracelet.
Oh, these guys had a good. We were talking yesterday about okay, so we get these oddball products to review every now and then that we haven't done. So I was talking. I keep saying like I just want to do the review, and I want to just burn whatever dumb product these guys want to try to send for a review. Like, yeah, I'll do a review.
Yeah.
If you're not going to pay attention to the content that I do and ask me to do a review for no reason, then I'm going to give you the review that you deserve. This is my thought on it. And I'm not talking about the good companies. I'm talking about the disreputable guys who they're bottom feeders, and they're feeding off of YouTubers. They're feeding off the guys in our community. Those guys.
Okay, so
I want to get them.
I'm sorry, but...
So we're going to do the Tannerite test.
Every one of these I break is what a poor little kid that doesn't get one.
Yeah, it is. Why are you doing that?
I'm not trying to break them. That's why they give you 50. I say that we do a giveaway of one of these Savannah bags. No. Is that a no? Okay, you get another yellow one. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
Does somebody want a Savannah birthday party giveaway bag? Finally dropping a video. Nice, Will. Nice.
I'm excited to see one. All right. Let's go.
Is Mike in here?
We're gonna do a rave in this place.
Dr. Ho Massage. That sounds like a winning. That sounds like a better than a savvy.
I like that one too.
I'm down
I think we
at the
should do
camp getting things back in order after Barry. Water looks fine. Bait fishing, hitting the
Oh,
water.
right.
I'm heading offshore on
And then
Saturday.
a tornado too.
Dude, I'm envious. It's gonna be a week or two before we're able to do anything.
Exactly.
Exactly what I'm talking about,
Exactly.
Will. Like, they don't even pay attention. They just send those things.
Well, I'm
That's the
saying-
kind of review I want now. I
Well,
want
my
those
question
reviews.
is-
Give me the children's toy. We're going to do the Tannerite test.
Well, my question is, should we do them all at once? Personally, I think we should. Okay, where's that bag?
Made
None of
$2 on the net, but shelled out 10 cents on the mag. Yeah, we did the
more
net
gas.
too. I signed up for the net, and
Yeah.
I like the net. I like their deal, and I did. I actually made like a couple of bucks on that one, so I'm fine with that. I'm not going to do that to those guys, but some of these other guys had somebody hit me up about reviewing a camera battery. Not the camera with the battery, just the freaking battery. What am I supposed to do with that?
They're all the same
Tannerite
color
test.
too. Don't buy these.
No candy for Shannon.
They're all the same color.
You want some glow bracelets, Shannon?
We got 50. And apparently they're not size large.
Hey, Saltwater Hook, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude.
We have all small people coming.
Chilling at home, drinking beers. Love it. You gonna get to do some fishing this weekend, man? You look relaxed. And that one little line that you got on there, that one little line of text, is like the most relaxed I've ever seen you. You always seem a little worn out from work. And I get it. I'm worn out from work too, so I always kind of sympathize. But now you're looking kind of chill.
Put this on the dog. These are
I'm
soft.
redoing an old outboard as you yak away. I am in need of an old outboard. Get with me, Mike. Although I'm probably, about the most perfect live stream you want playing while you're working on an old outboard. Tell me I'm wrong. I got sent 40 pair of kids' glasses. Yes, 40 pairs of glasses.
That's what this needs.
Why am I not getting that review? That's the one I want to do. Yes, I'll review 40 pairs of glasses. The first one was great. The rest of them all got blown up with the Tannerite. So no, failed review.
Yes, these unicorn ducks are amazing. Okay, so everybody's
These toys would just pollute the water. They sent you knockoff Tokyo rigs.
What is this, clear?
Look at,
That's
look
not
at
even a
this.
thing.
Here's
It's
a product
clear.
review. They sent us we
Clear.
got
That's
a
not even a color.
bracelet thing that didn't even have anything in it. I got one for the Apple Watch band. That's kind of cool. I told them if they wanted to send the watch also, I would be happy to review it. It was a no-go. I was talking on the last one, that 360 camera that I got before I bought it, because I fell in love with this camera a while back, and I was like, I got to get this camera. I'm going to get this camera. Rachel, I'm going to get the camera.
I already got you the
So I did what I typically do, and I immediately hit them up and said, hey, I'll review that camera for you.
beg.
They were nice. They actually hit me back up and were like, no, thank you.
Did I book
But no.
someone?
I think Casey Neistat had already done it, and Peter McKinnon and all these guys. So they looked at me and were like, no, man,
Like how these
we're
kids are gonna look
good.
at
We
me
got
when they do
this.
these things.
So we ended up, we went and bought one. Them cold beers are just so relaxing. Okay, Mike, I'm calling dibs on the Tannerite review. However, I think that this would make an excellent, what is that called when you work together?
Collaboration.
A collaboration. Mike, I would love
I will
to do a
review-
Tannerite review with you.
I will review your outboard motor for you.
Yeah, you want a review on that outboard motor and the work's done on it? I got you, buddy.
We have a boat that is in need of an outboard motor.
Hey, Whiskey Woman, I very much appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am. You guys know how it
I
goes.
love
Them
that.
likes, that means everything in the world.
That is adorable.
Yeah, Pawn Predator, I don't do any of that.
So cute.
Cutaway Rach. What's cute? What are you talking about?
Marsh Madness. That's adorable.
I know, we've talked to Marsh
I
Madness
know,
before.
but I think it's funny.
Rachel is just now finding out that Marsh Madness's channel name is Marsh Madness and not March Madness.
I never said it was March Madness. I just still think it's cute.
Oh, she just thinks it's cute. Okay. Marsh Madness, you have a cute channel name. I agree. I think it's an awesome channel name. I wouldn't say cute, but I think it's an awesome channel name. I got the Tannerite. Bring your butt. I got the space. That is what I need is the space.
Definitely.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. You're in North Dakota, right? Am I?
Because we're so close to that.
I don't care. We're going to bring a bucket full of products to review, and a couple of buckets, because I don't imagine the bucket's going to last very long. And we are going to go review some products.
I think that's an amazing idea. We can make it like those middle of the night products, like the crepey thing that we watched that one time. For the crepiness, remember?
Yeah,
And
what
it
was
had,
that?
I think I wanted me some, since I named him Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman. What was that stuff? What is her name? She's awesome. She's not crepey.
I don't know. I know
we were up so late in that hotel room, and we were.
I remember that, and I remember the
crepey
crepey skin commercial.
So there was nothing else to do.
You want to review the crepey skin stuff?
No. I'm saying that we could make it like that. We could bring in all of our little people that we know and be like, so this was you before this wonderful product. This is you before I used this net. This is you after the net.
Oh, dude, before and after with all these ridiculous products.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Camera battery before.
Camera battery. After. And look how much better you look.
That's all the exact same.
And then they draw like a little line around the battery. Here's the battery before, and it says low. Here's the
Rant
battery
about shite products to review as an outdoor channel. That's what I'm saying. And what better way as an outdoor channel? We've already talked about this, and now I'm letting the cat out of the bag. But what better way as an outdoor channel to review products, particularly some of the ridiculous products that they hit us up about, than Tannerite review? More bang for your buck on the review.
Wait,
that's what I'm going to tell people.
How many are you
I'm going to come up with the most ridiculous letter to send people when they send. You know, it's all going to be about blowing their product up, but I'm never going to directly say it. I'm just going to kind of refer to it and see what they say.
They're all the same color.
Hey, Yank Your Crank, appreciate you, sir. You have a wonderful evening, man, and thank you for joining us.
Okay, they're the same color. Okay, that's next year.
Oh, Pond Predator got asked to do a shake weight.
Ooh.
Oh, I would love to do a shake weight.
Look at your sad muscle before. Whoa. Now look at it now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would so do shake weight. Or I'd use it like under the doorstop.
I'd blow that thing up.
I'd use it, you know what I'd use it for? A little anchor.
Cooking stuff. Yeah, I'm all game for cooking stuff, man.
That makes sense.
What's up, Morales, Texas Fishing? How are you doing, man? Don't sweat it, dude. We just appreciate having you here. We're talking about, I kind of let the cat out of the bag. So for a while, so what happened was a while back, I got hit up about doing some reviews. And we've all been kind of talking about these just ridiculous reviews that people like, product reviews that we kind of get hit up for every now and then. I mean, it was like a phone, or not, it was a camera battery. Not the camera, but just the battery.
The lights made sense.
Shannon Naylor got hit up to do a watch band. Not the watch, but just the band. We got like a back thing for the car, for the seat. We had a space heater in summer we were asked to review. It's like, when I saw that, I was just like, dude, this is ridiculous. Get out of here. Is this what I've really like amounted to? Yes. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do Tannerite reviews on all these products. We're gonna see just how well they hold up against Tannerite.
This is terrible. Oh God!
Well, got a tree to sit in. Hey, Triple Tail, you have a wonderful evening, man. Good luck with that, dude. Have a good one, and good luck. If I saw you're talking about getting together with them guys doing some fishing tomorrow, good luck on that. Let me know what you guys are doing. I've got Savannah's birthday on Saturday, so I'm not really totally available. However, stop breaking these.
I can't stop breaking these. Every time I put one in a bag, they break. You're going to be in charge of them.
Yes, and we're not touching them anymore. That's the rule. She's digging through all of this stuff that she got for Savannah's party bags, and she's like just breaking it all.
The bags.
Just the battery. That's what I'm saying. How ridiculous is that? What am I supposed to do with that? Hey, yeah, well, good, sold. I don't even need the battery for that. It's a battery. It charges things, hopefully.
Well.
I got plenty of Tannerite. I should own part of the company.
Harbor Freight. I'd review their stuff.
Harbor? Yeah, well, I don't... They don't have the money to... Because they go low budget, so they don't got the funding to spend on product.
Ooh, this one's
and
great.
They don't want the product reviews.
They don't care.
Yeah, that's
they're
not
like,
something they're
interested in. Give me the back page
in.
of the...
Hey, John Klopp, how are you doing there, man? We're talking about doing Tannerite reviews on crappy products.
And Rachel's breaking glow stick.
And Savannah's birthday party is on Saturday. Rachel is packing all the gift bags for the kids right now, and she keeps breaking everything that's supposed to be going into the bags. Lady Orchard should go to a party bags AA.
I know. This is so much
It took
scaled
me a
down.
second.
This is so much scaled down from what I usually do.
Oh, I've spent too much time like studying the YouTube whatever kind of stuff, because when I first read that, I thought you meant that she should go to a Party Bags AF. So it took me a second.
Issues.
Whiskey Woman, you have a wonderful evening, ma'am, and thank you very much for joining us. It is always a pleasure.
Can I break this one too?
Always love having you here. China Freight, right? That's what I'm saying.
Ooh,
That would be
ABC?
wonderful to do product reviews on that, but they're not going to want a product review. They don't make products that they want reviewed. And I'm not saying they're bad. They're inexpensive, but they don't want reviewed on they don't want to be reviewed on inexpensive stuff. Well, I have a few scratches on my hands from working here at the house. I'm a little iffy and going fishing with all them posts about the flesh-eating bacteria.
We have a whole entire thing ready for that, actually.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a flesh-eating video. It's kind of upsetting we haven't done it already because we've missed the trending.
Well, actually, we
Not
haven't.
missed it,
There's
but-
2 more, and there's one where a gentleman was he didn't get in the water.
I don't buy that.
Well,
he did not get. He didn't
no,
get.
and you want to be respectful though. I'm sorry, you have to be respectful. He went crabbing. That's the worst place. And if y'all know, well, most everybody knows I get hurt all the time, but crabs especially. But he was crabbing. You get wet when you're crabbing, and that's one of the worst places that you're gonna get.
Yeah, you're
bacteria.
pulling it up off the bottom for sure.
So yeah, I mean, so the wife is like, he didn't get in the water. It's super horrible. He's from Victoria. It's really, really sad, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
And then media takes it, and they're like, "Oh, he never even stepped in the water," and he didn't. But crab is the worst. I mean,
the vibriosis is a topic that gets on. I'm animated about that one. So we probably don't need to talk about that one.
Super crazy about it.
I get hot about the vibriosis, flesh-eating bacteria, Vibrio. That whole conversation. It makes me a little upset because it is cast so
And when they're
incorrect
not
in the
same
media.
thing. Ugh, sorry.
Now, I'm not saying that it's not bad. It is, and I'm not saying don't be careful. Yes, you need to be careful. But man, the media just loves to run with that story. Anytime they can throw flesh-eating bacteria into a story, they just run with that. I'll have to show you the email on the magnets. They're giving me a sponsorship on kid toys after my first review.
I wanna see
Hey,
that.
man, congratulations on that. It's like I said, it's not all of them are crap. But there are some crap ones. There are some bottom feeders that are taking advantage of smaller YouTube
do?
channels.
See, I love Harbor Freight. I would totally agree.
Harbor Freight reviews get huge view.
I
Yeah,
told you, I
that makes
love them.
perfect sense. I can imagine how they would. And I don't mean to talk bad about Harbor
like 'em.
Freight. They are inexpensive, and I buy stuff from Harbor Freight. I don't expect it to last long. And I could see how, I would rather have a Harbor Freight review than a Milwaukee review. I like Milwaukee tools. I trust them. Harbor Freight, I trust a little bit less, at least in the long term. That makes perfect sense. I could see how that'd be a good one to do a review on. That was on the Green River and 2 at the lake I was at today. What you talking about there, Pond Predator? What I missed? Got a case on the river? Stanley, I always enjoy your commentary. You're the real deal, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I fake it well. Yeah. I'm the real deal, except for when I'm stealing state water snapper bag limits in federal waters. That was the earlier conversation. I got called out in the snapper video for taking a state water bag limit in federal waters. I had to explain myself.
Have a great night.
Hey, Nicholas Puyat, appreciate you, man. You have a wonderful evening. We've got about 10 minutes left, and then we're going to be getting out of here, too. So thank you again, man. We appreciate you.
Because your dinner is done.
And Miss Naylor,
dinner's not going to make itself. And
you have a wonderful evening, too, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Done.
Always appreciate you. And yeah, I'm waiting out here. I'm hanging out with you guys, but our dinner is ready, and I'm about to go flesh-eating virus on that thing.
Yeah.
The media will not know what to say because I'm starving. I haven't had a carb in 2 days, and that's kind of partially like I just kind of avoid those anyway. We just kind of do in general. Like we don't eat bread here just because we're weird.
And
but
since I was sick, I took down 2 pieces last night.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we had salmon last night. We just absolutely destroyed those fillets of salmon. They were big too.
I didn't eat all mine. So much.
You still have it? Oh,
I
well, I'll
didn't eat
tear
today.
that up.
I was getting sick after anesthesia.
Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, I was just in a weird mood, and I just did not have a single carb yesterday. Which editing software do you use? If never mind you asking, my friend. I do it all on the phone, and I use KineMaster. And I'm a fan of it.
Hey, can I just use this knife?
For what?
Just don't worry about it.
I'd like to know what. Otherwise, no. I'm going to say no. You can't use that knife.
I'm just going to make the little things for you.
As long as you can stay over there and away where I don't want to be around that knife.
I would be happy to bring you some knives.
Marsh Madness, you have a wonderful night, man. Appreciate you coming and joining us.
We do have one review to do still.
Let's do a review.
We actually have one to do still.
On the MTF Sizzle. I am down. I'm a little upset that we have not had an opportunity to get together yet. We're going to. We're talking Morales, Texas fishing. We're talking about doing a trip to Rockport and doing some night redfish. It does sound a good one.
They were pulling out some really nice reds last week, Friday.
Yeah.
Just, hey, look what I got.
This dude was good. He caught like a 37-incher the other day.
They were Friday night, and I'm like running out there, and they were just. It was
so you
annoying.
want me to set something up for Rockport? Mm-hmm. Morales, Texas fishing. Let me ask you, man. How is the fishing? How is the red fishing that you do in the fall? I'm kind of curious. Like between now and November, what would the best time, weather dependent, be to go get some good redfish? You know more about it than I. I'm not good with redfish. I catch them, but I couldn't say, hey, I am going to catch a redfish today and go get a redfish.
I was surprised I did not get one.
Maybe one in 3 trips I can do
shocked.
that, but not once a trip.
I would have got one if they were not surfing on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Saturday was gorgeous. We weren't at the right place for it.
I know, but I wanted
and
to go.
we were destroying cameras.
So bad. We haven't done the Gliss review either yet.
We have not, and we've still got to do that Placino review. I'm 6 weeks behind on a review for Placino. Sorry guys, if you're watching, I suck at life. I'm looking for a new one. Currently use U-Cut. I'm not familiar with U-Cut, but I'm a big fan of KineMaster. I mean, everything that I do with that.
Aww, thank you.
Are you serious?
Because we love you. See.
Is that there? I was wondering if
I didn't know what that is.
John, thank you, man. That message popped up kind of weird. I didn't know what was going on at first. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate you guys. Haven't started doing this, but I was thinking about collecting super chats and giving them to a charity thing or something like that. I hadn't started, but thank you. You kickstarted it for us, and I really appreciate you, man. Somebody somewhere, we are going to utilize that as a means of helping somebody somewhere.
Or a motor.
Or a boat motor.
It might just go to.
Which will, if we get a boat motor, we're going to feed people with that. So
that would be awesome.
If it's Port A, first 2 weeks of October, yeah, that's about what I was thinking. San Antonio Lakes for Reds is March, really? Okay.
Wait.
First 2 weeks of October. So that doesn't mean I want to wait until October, but that means I definitely want to get together with you early October. I'll put that in the calendar. I want to make that happen.
So disgusting, Mike. Sorry. They made me think of the bars too.
That's what that's exactly what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about. That's the best bartender.
Yeah, John. I did a review for them, and they hit me up about another one, and I like the products they kept offering me. It was a rod for Savannah and then a reel spooler, and I kind of needed one because all of my rods need new line. So I agreed to it, and then I never made the video because I'm an a-hole. But I need to get that done. FX3, yeah. So yeah, guys, if you're not, man, I don't have any links to him, but that's an excellent call. Check out FX. What's his YouTube channel? Does he have a YouTube channel? FX3 is a fantastic, I don't know that much about him, but I know it's like an organization. It's a guy. He does fishing trips for military veterans who come back and they got a little bit of shell shock. So he takes them out fishing and does a whole thing. Really, really fantastic work that he does. And I don't have any links or anything for him, and I apologize on that. I will. But if you get an opportunity, check him out because he's got cool merch, and all the proceeds go to support our military brethren. So I can't talk enough about that.
You're doing this, right? This is your...
Yeah, don't touch those.
I'm not touching them.
You're breaking them.
I'm partying.
We can still catch reds in Rockport now at night. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. I'll make it a point to get in touch with you. We're going to make this happen sooner rather than later. It's time for that to happen. We've been doing Port Aransas and everything. We haven't done anything in Rockport.
The last
it is
thing
time.
I did in Rockport was that trip for the Cronquerel Indians, and that's literally what.
Mike says red snapper is in his namesakes. Yeah, hey, no worries, John. JNC, really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Dan, I totally understand. And I'm sorry I missed your live stream the other day. I apologize for that. The schedule's been a little weird. You know how that goes. It was like on Monday or Tuesday or whatever it was. I was driving for like 5 hours that day. MJ Fishing, that's the YouTube channel for FX3? Is that correct? Fishing Family Forever.
Yes. Because I was
There
just
you
saying,
go.
you can also probably go through Monster and those things too, and they can hook you up with them.
That's right. That's right. I don't know if you can see that or not, guys. I'm just not sure from Niangle on this. But if it's not on there, check out fishingfamilyforever.org. Great organization. Great stuff that they do. If you're going to support somebody, those are the people to support.
Onto you.
Just start setting them off, and I'll go through all of them and put them in there. All right, so guys, at this time, I am super hungry. All this talk about red snapper is making me hungry, and fishing,
You're disgusting.
and tannerite. Yeah, tannerite red snapper night.
Yay.
Oh, guys, I want to thank you all very much for joining us. We had it's just always fun. I'm not having the stressful days that I used to, but regardless, it is always a great end of the day. Coming back over here and sitting down and having a little fishing chat with you guys. It can't be fishing every day, so at the very least, it's nice to be able to have a sit-down chat with you guys. All these cool topics and stuff, and everybody, they
I'm still stoked on that giant jellyfish that you didn't even talk about. Did you talk about the giant
I did. That was
jellyfish?
the very first thing I talked about. Yeah.
So the giant jellyfish is so cool.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys go out and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Night, guys.